Hey guys, what's happening, man?
What's happening?
You guys alright?
Welcome to another episode of the Post Up, episode 13, if I'm not
13,
mistaken.
man. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
We've been at it, man.
We're pushing.
We've been at it, though, man.
We're
Yeah,
matching,
man.
who's this guy? Paul George's jersey number now. We're on
Yeah,
13,
yeah.
you know, and we're going strong.
I hope it's not 13 is in a lucky number, right?
Michael, okay, let me think. Michael Ballack, German legend, was number 13, and he was a superstar. So
who's popping in the NBA right now with number 13, man?
PG-13, bro.
Nothing ain't popping, man.
Hey, okay, enough about. Let's not even go there. Let's not derail. So today's episode, guys, we'll be talking about super teams.
Yeah.
We'll just be dissecting all the super teams that come to our mind. Yeah. And with you, Jimmy, which ones come to your mind as far as super teams are concerned?
I think for me, man, like, you know, there's always that thing, when did you fall in love with basketball?
Yeah.
You know, that chat.
No doubt.
So I think for me, like, the Chicago Bulls was like literally my first introduction to basketball.
You pretty much showing us how old you are.
Yeah, man, I'm old.
You're a grown man.
You know, so my brother literally would wake up in the mornings to catch Michael Jordan, you know, so,
Definitely.
you know, so, I mean, that whole love of basketball literally came around from the Chicago Bulls. Phil Jackson, Jordan, Rodman. Man, I love those boys.
Tony Kukoc. I don't know why, but I'm so drawn to Tony Kukoc. Like, I just like technical ballers, man.
Yeah.
You know,
but when I think of the Bulls and like their history and you know those memorable film footages and you know, those winning game shots.
Yeah.
Kukoc doesn't really come to mind though, man.
Yeah,
I mean, like, there's Steve Kerr who's there.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the Jordan, you know, who's there. But why him though?
Why Kukoc? Like I said, he's just technical. You know, I just like technical ballers. I'm not okay. Fine. You know what? I do like Kyrie Irving. I also like guys who are like razzle dazzle. But at the end of the day, I'm just into the skilled ballers. Yeah. Way more. So I lean more to him as well. And of course Jordan. Yeah. You know, it's just that I was too young. I don't remember ever seeing Jordan play other than on Space Jam or when he was playing for the Wizards. That's the last time, you know. Yeah. And on my end,
on your end, man, who you got, man?
On my end, since I'm young, 08 Celtics is the reasons why.
Would you say the Celtics were a super team? And it leads us, what is a super team, man?
Yeah, like to me, I think they were a super team. They had prime Ray Allen, they had prime Paul Pierce, they had prime Garnett. For me, my criteria for a super team is if you have three or more really, really dope players.
When you say dope, I mean, look, the NBA right now is stacked.
Yeah, it is.
Like literally, when I'm looking at how the buyout market went through, the trade market, literally, these teams are stacked, man.
Yeah, they are.
You know, so is it just a dope player, or is it like
let me say all
they
stars.
They have to be top 10, or they have to be all stars, or they have to be top 5.
They must be all stars. You know, so for instance, Ray Allen, all star. Yeah. Paul Pierce, all star. Mm-hmm. Garnett, all star. Mm-hmm. And I think in those days it was between Garnett and Duncan as who's the best power forward around those times. So for me, that's the
Duncan
criteria.
by far, though,
of course,
by far.
Yeah, I mean he's decorated, you know, and that's part of the reasons why I actually supported the Celtics. It's because of that dynasty. Yeah. And everyone is a Kobe fan, Laker fan, and you know, whenever I pull through at school, everyone is rocking Kobe's jersey. You know,
would you call Kobe's Lakers a super team?
No. I wouldn't call them a super team. It's because they didn't have more than 3 all-stars.
But is 3 the requirement, or is like just a dope team, bruh?
Well, for me, I think Kobe's Lakers were just well coached. They
Phil Jackson again.
Yeah, Phil Jackson again with the triangles. Yeah. They were also very deep. They had Lamar Odom, who a lot of people sleep on. I mean, Lamar, I'm not saying
that guy should be. He should be in the history, but you know, I think maybe the whole Kardashian thing dented and
did, man.
You know,
that man was a baller in his prime.
Yeah. Let's not disrespect him, bro.
Yeah. He had handles. He was 6'9", 6'10", if I'm not mistaken. He could shoot. He could dribble. He could dunk, rebound, and
he was a beast, bro.
He's even won 6th Man of the Year as well. Yeah. So, and then they had Derek Fisher as well, who was a catch and shoot type player. And they had Gasol, Pau Gasol.
But I mean, look, if you have to put Gasol in that chat, and you have those 3, Shaq, Gasol. Was Gasol with Shaq though? No, Gasol wasn't with Shaq. No. Yeah, it was Kobe, Gasol, and Kobe, Shaq.
Yeah,
together. And then later on, Kobe got those washed out players, Steve Nash's,
exactly. So
Malone,
I wouldn't even say that's a super team in my opinion, because those guys were already washed. It's like same thing in 2003 when who's this guy from the Jazz? He's Karl Malone. When Karl Malone as well as GP Gary Payton joined the Lakers, they were already in the 30s, mid 30s.
So tell me, Kobe's and Shaq's Lakers or Kobe and Gasol's Lakers?
I say Kobe and Shaq's Lakers only because of the diesel, man. In the early 2000s, Shaq was such a dominant force. And
Shaq was a force. Look, honestly, I don't think we've ever seen a center. Right now, any center right now, I mean, centers are soft, bro. Like Rudy Gobert, I mean, those niggas are soft, bro.
Imagine what Shaq would have done to Rudy.
Shaq was and he played with a lot of anger. A lot of violence, bro.
He took his anger. I mean, this guy used to break rims, bro. Come on.
Nah, man, Shaq and Kobe for me, they were a force to be reckoned with, bro. Like a proper force, man. But
and as well, speaking about like a team like the Spurs. I mean, the Spurs team that was, of course, who
Ginobili, Tony Parker,
of course, Duncan,
and
as well as young Kawhi, because Kawhi Leonard in 2012 when they won the title, he was there.
But I think for me, like I mean, I think we spoke about it in some earlier episodes about the Spurs, man. I think for me, the Spurs, I mean, with Pops, it was one of the most well put together teams. It wasn't, and I guess it's a topic of discussion now about super teams. How are they actually put together? We can also talk about the construction of super teams as well. The Spurs were well put together.
Really?
Pops literally went and got an unknown 18-year-old from the French league. They went and got a dude from the Argentinian league. And literally they assembled this team. I mean, and apparently I was watching something quite recently about how because of those acquisitions of Tony Parker and Ginobili from like other leagues. Now the NBA right now is so focused on basketball without borders, getting undiscovered, unknown players, because that literally was a formula for the Spurs, bro.
Yeah, it was. It was, and it actually won them 5 titles.
And they were a solid team, and they were well coached, well put together, no egos. Literally, those guys were robots, bro. And no showtime, no dunking, and those guys were there to score, to win.
And I like how I like how you use the word no egos. At the end of the day, this is a team sport. Each and every individual needs to carry their weight, and they need to understand their role, because you do find super teams. I was gonna ask you this question, but OKC, when they had PG, Paul George, they had Westbrook as well as Carmelo Anthony.
I won't call that a super team, man.
Why would
Carmelo was on the decline, bro. My definition of a super team is 3 solid top 5 players.
Oh, top 5.
Top 5. Okay, let me not say top 5. 3 top 10 players. Definitely top 10 players in their prime in one team.
Okay.
Because in that case, for example, you'd call Kobe's Lakers with Steve with
Nash and
Malone and all of those guys. I mean, those guys were washed. But I think Carmelo Anthony. I know there's talk about let's not disrespect him, blah 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 blah. By the time he was at OKC, man, I don't know, he was on his way out, bro. Like his efficiency was on the decline. So I can't call that. For example, it's like saying LeBron and D Wade at Cleveland, they were a super team.
No.
D Wade was washed, bro.
Yeah, he was washed by.
He was finished by that time, bro.
Significantly,
and Derrick Rose was there at the same time, bro.
But
they were washed. That's not a super team, bro. Exactly, he was on the decline. That's not a super team to me, bro. Like 3 players in the top 10 for me.
Or for you,
at a minimum. Top 10.
Hi, James.
Looking at the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
Kyrie is top 10 for me.
Yeah.
I don't care who says
in his
what.
Position.
I don't care who wants to disrespect Kyrie right now. He's top 10.
Yeah.
Harden is top 10.
Yeah.
Durant is top 10.
Top 2, man.
Top 2, yeah. Top 2, bro.
That guy's, man, he's amazing.
I mean, which teams can say they have 3 of the top 10 guys in the league right now in their teams, bro? For me, that's like, and even when you look at the history of all super teams, perhaps, look, there was LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh wasn't a top 10 player. He was a dope player. He was an all-star.
But he was an all-star, yeah.
But he wasn't a top 10 player.
I'd consider
the time,
them. But I'd consider the Miami Heat with Bosh as a super team, man.
Yeah. Look, that team was a super team because it was, for me,
they were all in their prime, though.
Like the Spurs were loved because those guys were built.
Yeah, they were built.
They were drafted into the system, and they grew on as a team by the coaching system tactics. But I think the negative stereotypes around super teams started with LeBron.
Yeah,
and the decision. When he sat there in his pink shirt and he said, "Yo, I'm taking my talents down to South Beach."
Yeah,
and just the building, like literally when players become the GMs.
Player power,
and literally players can they'll hold their weight and they say, look, let's team up, we'll take a salary cut, let's I don't care about the cap, I'm all about the rings. That for me, it's almost like unfair gain. So and that's why when Dirk Nowitzki won against them, it was like sweet for the whole NBA.
Because
here's this one dude, bruh.
But let's be honest, he was alone.
Steve's kid was there, but
but he was on a decline. Jason Terry as well, decline. It's crazy. I was just, all of us were shocked as to how the Mavericks won, and they did.
Look, LeBron had a meltdown of
note.
of massive proportions, like 9 points, bro. Like I think just like 7 or 9 points in one of the playoff games in the finals, bro. I'm like, that's not LeBron. LeBron shows up at all times in the finals.
In the finals.
Every game except that one game, So because of that, literally it's the NBA against the super team. But where we are right now, I mean, there's possibly a lot of super teams that's sprouting all over the show.
And next question that I was gonna ask you, which team do you think could potentially build a super team at this present moment when we look at the current NBA? Because we've established right now that the Nets are a super team. Do you think there is another team?
I think if the criteria is that it's 3 players who make a super team, right? It has to be which team has 1 and pieces to make a super team. Which team has 2 and can potentially also have the trade power to build a super team, and a solid 2 as well. Let's start in the East.
In the East,
Brooklyn super team. Miami could possibly be a super team, but they traded in Oladipo, and there's Bam, Butler, Oladipo, not a super team.
So if they maybe had like
if Harden went through,
if Harden went through,
then perhaps, for example, I would say that Miami could possibly be a super team. But that didn't happen, and I don't think there's any player that's willing to go to Miami right now. That will make them a super team besides like one of the top 5 players. If Luka goes there, perhaps. But Luka he's a franchise player. Bro.
I don't think the Mavs would just let go of him like that.
It's not gonna happen, you know. So Sixers.
Let's say Kemba Walker goes to Miami. Do you think
he's not a top 20 player in the league?
He's
not even top 30, bro.
Okay, right now he's not playing well. But let's say for us Kemba from last season, All-Star Kemba.
I still don't rate him.
You still don't rate him.
He's too small. He can't defend. He's a bit clutch, but I don't know. For me, I just don't rate the player.
Right,
I don't rate the player at all. I would have rather kept a healthy IT. At the Celtics, bruh.
Let's not go.
So look, Miami Heats, no. Celtics, I think, they window of, they can't be young dudes forever.
They can't. They can't.
Like Ainge had an opportunity to actually build, and he flopped the season, bro. I actually thought this was the year that Ainge literally gets the pieces, bro. Like gets the center, they could have easily gotten Drummond and another piece there, bro. Like a power forward. I mean, they don't really have a power forward in their team.
We don't. We're so undersized.
So Celtics, I don't know what Ainge needs to come to the party, but I don't think anytime soon we're going to be seeing that, bro. That leaves who? Knicks, they have the cap space to do that. But they need to put in a lot of people, bro. And Julius Randle won't be Julius Randle in the next 2 years.
He won't be.
So if you don't get those pieces now, and they could have potentially done that with KD and Kyrie potentially before they went to Brooklyn, actually going to the Knicks. So I don't know, man. So the Knicks for me is a no. Miami is a no. 76ers, that's the Knicks. Embiid, Ben Simmons.
Those are. But
Look, they were a James Harden away from being a super team.
You're right. I almost forgot. James Harden used to be there. Egos collided. That's the thing.
No, James Harden should have been traded.
Yeah.
Remember, he had two destinations.
Yeah.
There was James Harden.
Yeah.
Leaves Houston, goes to 76ers.
Oh no, sorry. James Harden, you are right. I was
goes to 76ers, but I think they wanted Ben Simmons in return for James Harden, and he said
no.
You know,
he's a franchise player.
He's a franchise player as well, you know. So if Harden went there and teamed up with Joel Embiid, bruh, they would have been scary, bruh.
They would have been insane.
But that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There isn't any other piece that you can put around Ben Simmons and Embiid that I think that will make them scary.
But remember, Jimmy Butler used to play for them.
But the odds of him going back,
like
and he played with those James.
He
bro.
did.
Yeah,
that's why
there was no chemistry there.
There was no, and as well, egos do collide. Yeah, man. I think now as well. What's also important about having a super team is also having a coach who can handle those egos and who can manage those egos. You know, at first I thought maybe Steve Nash wouldn't be able to cope with the egos. For of course Kyrie being a person who likes just not
being
turning
himself.
up for work.
But he's turned up, bro.
Yeah.
Hectically, man.
He has.
Hectically,
he has. I mean, I'm just surprised. A lot of us are surprised at how well the Nets are playing. They're really playing as a unit.
Do you think it's a factor of Steve Nash or just players just
I think
wanting rings,
Steve
bro?
Nash also plays a huge role. I mean, Steve Nash did train Kevin Durant when Durant was at Golden State Warriors, so the respect there is there. And as well as a player, I mean, he's a 2-time MVP, Steve Nash. You know, he, as far as free throws are concerned, I think he's number one.
Yeah,
I think he
he
averaged 90%. Can you imagine
bro?
in your entire career, you're averaging 90% from the free throw line? That's incredible, and I think that's part of the reasons why he gets that respect. Is because he's an OG. He's played before, and I won't say he's an experienced coach, but right now, I mean, the Nets are looking dangerous. Yeah, they really are.
The Nets are looking, for me personally, right now. It's the Nets to lose right now.
Yeah, it is.
It has to be. Look, I'm worried about James Harden. The injuries. James Harden is like LeBron. Those guys don't get injured, bro.
Yeah, they don't. They
literally can 82 games every single season. You know. So he has a hamstring strain right now. KD, you never know.
Yeah. But that's the thing about KD.
Fitness-wise, you know.
Did you see he dropped 17 points and didn't miss a single shot in his return? Yeah. That's just how crazy this guy is. This guy had an Achilles injury.
So if they can stay fit, I think they'll be. And they've still got one more slot left.
Listen to that.
To get the 15, bruh. And the buyout market now is crazy, but every other day someone's getting waived. You know? I actually thought Ben McLemore would have actually gone there. You know, but he went to the Lakers, you know?
Yeah.
Had you had Ben McLemore, Joe Harris, Jeff Green, James Harden, those 3-point shooters, bro, like they literally would have spaced out the whole game. It would have been crazy.
They would have just, And as well, they also have size now in Blake Griffin and Aldridge. As much as they are in their
twilight of their careers, bro.
In the twilight. They still are. Yeah. They still can put up numbers. Let's go to the Lakers. Don't you think the Lakers could potentially be
the Lakers could be a super team, but there's no space. LeBron and AD are commanding crazy salaries, bro.
Yeah.
Like there's literally, unless you develop someone, and that would probably be like THT in like 5 years, but LeBron will be like, what, 40, 42? So that's not going to happen. Yeah. You know, like there isn't any player that you can actually physically trade into the Lakers to turn them into a super team. So it's not possible.
So
it has to happen now.
Yeah, Frank Vogel has to unravel a gem.
Like now. And the only gem that they can unravel is THT, for example. But he's a dope player, but he's not that guy. He's not that guy. So Wayside, Lakers, no, they're a great team, solid piece, solid team, solid pieces, but they can't be a super team.
They can't.
For some reason, Portland Blazers are afraid of making statements.
Because
if they have a power, like a solid power forward or a solid center, like Jokic in their team, for example, or an Embiid or someone of size, of length, they'll be phenomenal, bro.
Yeah,
they'll be phenomenal.
They are, because I feel like there's chemistry there already.
Chemistry is there.
It's just they're just missing one more piece.
I think they lack height.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Nurkic who's there, but he's height. You know.
How do you feel about Porzingis potentially going there? Do you think he'd make a statement? Because I mean,
look, we've seen Porzingis in the league, and
because he's beginning to show glimpses of his old self. Because I mean, against who did the Mavericks beat? Didn't they beat Portland? I think they did.
Yeah.
They've had
pretty solid wins.
A solid
late,
double, you know, 22 and 18, which is very good.
Yeah.
Very good, yeah.
I don't think Porzingis will scare me.
Oh, he wouldn't scare you.
He wouldn't scare me.
Yeah.
But he's one of those rare gems, like a 7-footer who can shoot threes, bro.
Yeah.
You know, there aren't many guys 7-footers can do that.
Yeah, and
beyond Jokic and Embiid.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why Jokic and Embiid are like a rare breed, bro.
Yeah, they really are.
You know, they literally have every skill set. They can handle.
Yeah.
They can pass. They can free throw, mid range. Everything is there.
Yeah.
You know? So in terms of that, man, I think, and my answer to summarize this, the only team in the West that can, the Clippers. Before I even summarize, the Clippers. Cap space, no cap space.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They have no assets in the future. Kawhi at the end of the season, I believe, is going to leave
or resign.
Yeah,
I've been reading articles that he will resign.
I think he's going to leave.
Where will he go?
Because I don't think he's gonna win anything at the Clippers, bro.
Yeah, no, I also don't.
I don't think so, and I think he wants those rings. You know, he wants as much as he's quiet and doesn't like the limelight. I think he needs to leave his legacy somehow. You know.
Yeah.
He won a nice chip with Toronto. Yeah. You know, he won was the Finals MVP at the Spurs, right?
At Spurs as well.
Finals MVP. Yeah. You know, it's good, it's nice. 2 Finals MVPs, but I think a third is a statement, bro.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to soon be approaching the twilight of his career. He's not a LeBron, bro.
Yeah, he really
He's not a beast who can literally has longevity, bro. Yeah. You know, so I don't know. My humble opinion is he's not loyal. Kawhi is not loyal.
He really isn't.
So there's no reason for him to be loyal to the Clippers.
Yeah.
They tried it out. It was an experiment. They sacrificed a lot of pieces. Your boy PG-13 didn't come to the party, you know. So
regular season P.
Yeah. So in summary, if I'm going to say the team that can possibly build a super team, whether it's now or it's in the future, possibly in the future, is OKC.
Oh, it's OKC.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Shea,
I think they say they have something like 10 or 12 years worth of pieces, bro. Like I think 46, bro. Like crazy amount of pieces. Yeah. You know, they literally, the team right now sucks, bro. There's like who's that cat who's not too bad. I think
Shea.
No. Puskevsky, something like that.
Yeah.
Like some Russian dude, bro.
Yeah.
Or Latvian, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And he's currently like one of their best players right now with Shea. You know?
With Shea, yeah.
I'm like, the team is nowhere, but they've got a future. The assets that they have. Yeah. And I mean, they've got draft picks for like the next many years. So I possibly think if they have he's already a proper dude, you know, for pulling off what he did, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look at James Harden, who went to Brooklyn.
To Brooklyn, yeah.
And Houston, what did they get for him? Nothing.
Hey,
absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And one more team that comes to mind as well that has the potential, actually that are underwhelming for me. Yeah. Are the New Orleans Pelicans. Because I mean, Zion with Adams is also not bad. Adams was good last season.
I think he's past his best, hey. I'd get another center for Adams, bro.
Because even Lonzo is beginning to turn up.
He wanted to get traded to the Warriors, bro. He was on the trading block, bro.
He was, but he's beginning to get his 3-point shot right. So right now,
apparently shooting like 42%.
You see, and that's like he's improving. You know, for me, he's in my most improved player list.
I won't lie, no doubt. Yeah. Who did we have in our last chat in the MIP chat?
We had Julius Randle, who most probably will win.
Lonzo's coming in, but I think it's possibly slightly too late, but you never know.
Exactly. And then one more question, just to sum up everything. Do you think super teams are good for the NBA or are they ruining the NBA? In your opinion?
Good for the entertainment value.
Yeah.
You know, like watching the New York Nets is always a spectacle. And
you mean Brooklyn Nets?
Sorry, Brooklyn Nets is a spectacle, you know. And funny enough, and KD has been off for like the past 2 months, you know.
And they still
So when
riding
those
that
three,
wave.
and now he's back now, Harden is off, you know. So once
they all play
they're all there.
together. Oh
once they're set, once they have all the stones in place, bro, and they have that final player, man, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Thanos.
Yeah. And I was actually saying, if the Nets do not win the NBA this season, I think NBA Twitter is gonna crash.
It will. It will.
There's literally no excuses for the Nets right now to not win.
And that's so true.
No excuses, bro.
That is so true. Provided that everyone is fit. They don't go through what Golden State Warriors went through when they lost to Toronto Raptors. So man.
For me, I enjoyed it. It's fun, but what it does to the smaller markets, man. Like, I mean, a team like Detroit Pistons, bro. Like, they're horrible to watch. It's not fun to watch, you know. And also, I think the buyout market gives a very unfair advantage. To super teams, you know.
It really does.
Because Andre Drummond, for example, he was getting paid $28 million at Cleveland Cavaliers. He got bought out, so he got his money, a bit of his money up front. So the Lakers are only paying $800,000 for him. So literally, there was no effect to the cap space.
There wasn't.
Nothing, you know. I'm not gonna be bought out to go to the Pistons. I'm gonna get bought out to go to a team that I can challenge with, you know.
A contender.
You know,
True.
so
same thing with who's this guy? The dunking dude.
Blake
Griffin. He also did the same thing because they also paid him out.
Exactly.
And,
you know, so now you are able to afford Aldridge, Griffin. Those guys were earning a lot of money.
They were. And
you have KD, Kyrie. How is it possible to have those 5 pieces if it wasn't for the buyout market?
And right now, remember in our earlier episodes, we were questioning the bench. Now
they put pieces, man.
Solid.
But they still don't have height. Okay, Aldridge, Griffin aren't the scariest of dudes.
And Thingy, Durant.
But he's not a beast. He's not a rim protector. He doesn't dominate in the paint.
He isn't, bro. But I just feel like really good offense.
But offense doesn't. You don't need size for offense. Bro.
Exactly. But I'm saying really good offense. Have you seen how Kyrie cooks guys? I mean, he's tiny, but cause he's been cooking guys. Like this week, there's a clip that I saw, man. I think I'm gonna put it in the clip below, bro. He cooked Adams, man. It was nasty, bro. And even with Randall, remember when they were playing against the New York Knicks? Can you also please put the clips between him and Randall, because really.
Randall
did well. Like, he was defending him, he was guarding him. It's just that Kyrie is that great of a scorer.
And I even posted something on Twitter. I'm like, Kyrie Irving. I said unpopular opinion. Kyrie Irving over Allen Iverson. All day, every day. And yes, I said that.
Yeah, I did see.
Yes, I said that.
And not a lot of people challenged you, hey? Not a lot of people challenged you, you know, because when it comes to, I'd say Iverson influence, from an efficiency standpoint, Kyrie is more efficient. He's one of the most efficient players in the NBA. Skill-wise, do you think they're the same, or?
I think it's
it's fine, man.
I think it comes down to who's got the better handles.
It's just that, say, at steals, Iverson. Because Iverson has led the league 3 times. 3 seasons in a row. 3 or 4 seasons in a row.
In the clutch.
Steals. Hey, man. Kyrie. Guys, come on.
But anyways, guys, you know what? We can chat all day about super teams, you know.
We can.
Let us know what you guys think. Who are your super teams, you know. We hardly even talked about the Golden State Warriors and KD, you know. But let us know what you guys think, man.
And also, guys, keep it interactive. Like, fill us in. Maybe you guys have your own super teams that we didn't mention in today's episode. And of course, comment, like, share, and subscribe. This is the Post Up. We out.
Peace out.